And we're back. This is, I don't know, third week of March. Sure, who cares? But we, it's the good week of March. I think it might be the third week of March. But it is an awesome week because we have a lot of comics that have come back. And, I don't know, let's just get started. How about with the independent stuff?
Manifest Destiny number 5. If you've been following this comic, you know there's something fishy going on with this plant-like zombie infection. So Lewis and Clark are going to explore a little bit more about that, and you kind of get to see how pervasive this sickness is in America. Very cool. Star Wars number 15. I've been waiting for this issue for, I don't even remember how many months.
It's been 2 issues.
Yeah, it's been 3 months.
Yeah,
3 months since Princess Leia agreed to marry some dude in order to gain a rebel base. So this is the follow-up on that, and it's going to show not only who she's marrying, where they are, but kind of the depth of jealousy Luke Skywalker has about the whole situation.
Yeah, because he still doesn't know.
He still doesn't know, and if everyone else does, and it's just really embarrassing for him.
Nobody else does.
I mean, like,
only the reader
all the
does.
readers know.
Ghost Obi-Wan knows.
Well, that's probably
Is
true.
Luke talking to any of those ghosts?
No, he's just going around pouting. He pouts
Alright.
a lot in this issue because nobody understands him.
So I'm crazy behind on this.
It's so good.
Ghost Ben has not shown up.
I don't think so. I think we've heard his voice maybe once or twice.
Yeah,
but
we haven't
haven't
seen
him.
a picture of him.
It's one of the things I've always had a problem with Star Wars because if you read Shadows of the Empire, which takes place in between Empire,
Doesn't matter.
but you think
It's not
Ghost,
canon.
but okay, but Ghost Ben shows up in Empire, right? Quite a few times.
Once or twice. Quite a few, I think, would be a strong time.
Hoth Dagobah.
Okay.
All right.
That's a couple times.
You would think at one point, Ghost Ben would have observed Luke doing that. I just got kissed by my sister after I got beat up by the Wampa, and Ben would say, "Hey man, heads up, I gotta tell you this."
You know how things work, right? Like, George Lucas probably hadn't decided on that when he wrote those movies.
Oh, no.
Not the first
Fictional
one.
universe?
This is Star Wars. It was mandated by God, and he spoke through his vessel,
Okay.
George Lucas. Okay, sorry.
So he always knew that. Well, I guess he actually probably always did know that Darth Vader's name was Annie.
Yes. According to that first draft, I don't
Can
know.
we go back to the comic book?
Sure.
It's so frustrating to read it because it's so good and I'm so angry about everything and I'm really invested in it. So,
So weird.
one thing I'm not invested in that I wish I was, Walking Dead 123. I watched the show but I just don't read the comic and I wish I did.
You were behind episode on the show.
Yeah, I
The
know.
last episode was awesome.
That's what I heard.
Chapter 9 of 12.
Negan's doing stuff. He's got Lucille all wrapped up in zombie guts, so that's not going to be cool.
Looks like a lot of backstabbing in this issue, just from the cover.
Yeah, a little bit. Someone might be
Zico's got his hands full.
Who? Oh, Ezekiel, yeah.
Also,
Sorry.
I thought you said Zico. I was like, what?
That's what I call him. We're
Oh,
friends.
okay.
another book that's on my to-read list, Ghost from Kelly Pseudoconic and Chris Sebula.
Yeah. Ryan Sook's doing the art. It's awesome.
Yeah.
First issue was good.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a lot of good artists that have worked on that book. Wasn't Noto attached to
Mhm.
it?
he
Dodson.
did the miniseries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is a good book for those of you who are interested in supernatural female leads.
Yeah.
And also East and West number 10, continuing on this strange apocalyptic journey in the United States.
Has it been a while since that came out?
I feel like
I think
it has.
it's late. I looked. I think it was like a month late or something.
Yeah, because I'll have to go back to issue 9 and recap what
Yeah.
happened.
I'm quite a few behind on that too. Maybe 9 behind on that. That's the problem. It's a good problem to have. Is too many comics, but hey.
When you stretch yourself out too thin, you can't read it all.
Yeah, can't read everything.
Speaking of, you can't read everything.
Yeah, I
Let's
was wondering what the segment would be.
Alright, so first up with DC, we got Batgirl. She's fighting this vampire dude. It was pretty cool last issue. It's got Strix, I think is her name. Yeah, Strix, the owl from earlier issues, and I guess she's one of the birds of prey now. I don't read that book. So.
Yeah.
Does she talk?
I don't think
When I
she's
stopped
talking
reading,
yet.
she wasn't talking.
Yeah, I don't think she's talking yet.
Why not just give us Cassandra Cain instead?
Well, because she wasn't an owl, okay? Next up, Batman 29, continuing some 0-year stuff.
Yes.
A big issue again is $4.95 again, $4.99.
I don't care. It's so good.
It's just weird that it's like, oh, it'll be kind of, like last issue wasn't 0-year, it was Eternal, so that they could double up on this issue.
Yeah,
Seems kind of weird.
I know, and I honestly I can't blame them because that comic sells like crazy. It's a crappy mood.
What's the difference if you do one issue?
Yeah.
Do like 28 and 29, or do one big 29?
I know. But at least it's
whatever.
awesome.
It's good, and even that Eternal issue was good too, which sucks because now I gotta buy Eternal.
I know, every week. At least they're doing $2.99 for that comic.
Yeah.
So I can't believe DC is going to do a $2.99 Batman book, but they're going to do it.
And then another weekly book, and then another weekly book.
So what's the other weekly book?
There's one that's the New 52 in the future or whatever, and I can't remember what they just announced last week or something that they're going to do another one, but I can't remember what it is.
Jeez.
Next up, we're going to round out the Batman with some Nightwing. This is the second to last issue of Nightwing, because I don't know if you know, but bad things happen to Nightwing in the last Forever Evil.
I don't know.
It came out. It came out a week ago. Did we spoil it? I mean, because kind of if you care about Nightwing, you kind of want to check it out because he's dead. But it looks like they're going to be able to revive him because he was in a murder. He was in a murder machine and they had to shut his. He had in order for it to go off. That's what it's called. It's like a Kirby. Like
it sounds exactly like a Kirby thing. Yeah.
And so to stop it or activate it, I don't remember which one either. They had to stop his heart, but it looks Luthor's all like, "No, Batman, I can save him" or whatever. So in the next one, I'm sure they're going to revive him. There's a rumor going around that there's going to be a Nightwing and Bluebird comic.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Which would be awesome. Dick Grayson and Harper Row.
I'm okay with that.
So hopefully that's what's going to happen.
That sounds crazy cool.
Yep. And then last up for DC, we got a Vertigo, Astro City, continuing this kind of cool. Now I'm blanking on her name. The Wonder Woman chick, whose name is Victory Angel? I don't know. I can't remember her name.
Marcy.
But we know that she's Wonder Woman. And she's got all these embassies where she's teaching women to be strong and stuff, but there's a conspiracy to destroy it. I think this might be the last part of it. It's been really good, though.
Abusive.
And that's all I got for DC.
What else is Kurt Busiek wrote besides Astro City? I know that's his baby.
I think that's all he's writing in his comic books right now.
Mm.
But I mean, he wrote Marvels. And
yeah, that's right, Marvels.
That's where Alex Ross came in, Marvels, and he did Thunderbolts, and he did a bunch of Marvel stuff.
And Marvels came before Kingdom Come.
Yeah, Marvels was the first. That was what broke Alex Ross.
Okay. Are you going to buy that crazy expensive?
I've already got one copy signed by Alex Ross of the normal size hardcover, and then I've got like the 15th anniversary oversized hardcover.
That thing,
like, I don't need another one.
Yeah, especially about that price. Yeah. That's rough. That's $200, man.
Yeah.
That's a chunk. And don't get me wrong, Marvels is great. I really enjoy
really
Marvels. But I bought a used paperback at a bookstore once. It works. I still enjoy it. All right. Okay, let's get started with Marvel. We got issue 4 of Black Widow, which I am behind on, but it's good. And something about a cat.
Yeah, she's got a cat now.
Okay.
She does reluctantly have a cat.
Yeah, kind of like a Alphegia, you might say around.
Let's see. We got Power Girl's cat. We have Captain Marvel's cat. Now we have Black Widow's cat. I smell another Pet Avengers.
It says Power Girl's cat.
Streaky, I guess, doesn't exist in the New 52.
No, it's Superman's cat.
Supergirl's cat.
Supercat, sorry.
She had a cat and a horse, dude.
I know Power Girl. Power Girl still has her cat.
I think so.
But I don't.
Or maybe she doesn't. I don't think she's been. I don't think Stinky was Power Girl's cat. I don't think she's been in. The cat has been in World's Finest.
Well, Chewie's still alive.
That's true.
That's good. That's a good cat. All right, super cats. I'll hang out with Lockjaw. That would be sweet. And I know they've done it before. They made a comic like that. Anyway, Avengers Undercover Avengers. We got Baron Zemo, and we got some of the Runaway Kids, and who are these other people? I don't know. You said it's good.
It's
but
good.
You gotta sell it to me.
The kids who survived Avengers Arena are dealing with surviving Avengers Arena, and they're gonna have to go undercover in the Masters of Evil to help out a friend, one of the other kids that was from it. It's first issue was really good. If you liked Avengers Arena, this is pretty much the same deal.
This is.
Oh,
And if you didn't like Avengers Arena because it sounded stupid, because it really did sound stupid, it was really, really good. Though.
That's what I've heard. I heard a lot of people were those that actually went into Avengers Arena just loved it, and I think it was on the Word Balloon podcast where Bendis was talking about like when X-23 was going to be and all new X-Men, people were like just furious because they're like, you're probably just going to totally forget everything that's happened. And he's like, no, I won't. I promise I won't.
And that's been a part of what she's doing.
Yeah. And speaking of X-23,
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll show up in all new X-Men number 24.
She is in it.
Okay,
A little bit.
cool. Which
Mostly one of them. I can't remember if it was Rocket or Star-Lord. Like, oh yeah, you. Yeah, I didn't even realize you were here. She's all quiet in the corner.
we do forget about her. But no, all new X-Men. I love any time we have like 6 X-Men fighting Gladiator.
Yeah.
There's like 100 covers just like this.
And Gladiator wins.
Yeah, exactly, because Gladiator's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It looks. It's one of those timeless looks that's so goofy that it will fit in forever.
Mohawks are always cool.
It will never have to change. But I'm sorry that's the only thing I'm talking about with this issue. I am caught up on this, and I love it. This is chapter 5 of 6, and things are starting to get heated. Poor Jean Grey. I don't know about that lawyer. I don't know if I trust her defendant.
Oracle.
Yeah.
Not the cool Babs Gordon Oracle.
No, that would be crazy, but that's not going to happen.
No.
Apparently this week, isn't it, if you buy one of these issues, you get like Black Widow number 1 for free and something else. I don't know.
Digital?
Maybe it's coming up. I'm not sure. If you redeem a code for a comic and you find out that you got more than one comic, well, that was the case. Enjoy it. But I think Invaders and Black Widow number 1 are going to be free when you redeem, I think, Spider-Man and something else. I'm not sure, but that'd be cool. Anyway, I'm a little bit behind on this, but Goblin Nation, it is Superior Spider-Man basically coming to a head. I think we only got like 2 more issues of this in the annual.
The last issue.
So things are steaming up. I'm not too excited because this guy right here, I've never been a big Spidey 2099 fan, but oh well.
Get used to him. He's getting his own comic.
What's the slang word that he always throws around?
I can't remember.
Sketchy or something like that.
It's not frack. That's a much cooler word.
Yeah, oh gosh. The show's been off the air for like 6 years. Who needs it anymore?
Dude, get used to it. You're watching Veronica Mars, you're going to start hearing it in the second season.
Awesome comic. If you haven't been reading this, you've been making a huge mistake, especially because it's a $2.99 book, guys. These are $2.99 books are getting rarer and rarer and rarer, and especially really good ones. And this is a really good one. Superior Foes of Spider-Man. I dare say it might be better than Superior Spider-Man right now. I really enjoy this comic.
I agree with that. It is definitely the comic book that I don't want to read.
But
you have to, because it's awesome.
Yeah, Lieber's art is great, and Nick Spencer. Nick Spencer is, like I said, he proves that there's no such thing as bad characters. He takes bad characters and he makes awesome stories out of them. So, can't recommend enough. Read it. It's great. Beetle's dad is Tombstone.
Spoilers.
That was like 4 issues ago. You told us Nightwing was dead. That happened last week. And finally, the Saga reference cover, which I don't know if it's an official Saga reference, but that is a Saga reference if I've ever seen one. Hawkeye 17.
It's a weird comic book.
Wow.
It's TV!
I don't really know what we got going on here.
It's strange.
Never mind. Just buy it if you like it. So if you like Hawkeye so far, yeah, that's wild. All right.
I think it's gonna be one of those love or hate comic books.
Yeah. I think they're being, because like remember when like Pizza Dog issue came out and everyone's like, oh, it's so edgy, that's so different. From 3 glances at this one might be the biggest jump for a Hawkeye comic.
That's what I'm saying. I think everybody's either gonna dig it or they're gonna hate it.
Yeah. Oh well, they can experiment with it.
Sure.
It'll stay around for a little while longer. All right, let's talk about picks of the week. Mara, hit it.
Are you only halfway through?
Only halfway through. Captain Marvel #1 again. I'm loving this issue so far. We get some good Carol and Kit time in here. They're living in the Statue of Liberty.
I don't even remember that happening.
It did.
Did that happen?
It did.
Okay.
Yeah, it did.
Like,
I need to go back and reread that last issue.
Because that's right. Because J. Jonah Jameson, she got kicked out of her apartment.
That's right.
And for whatever reason, Jameson was like, "Yeah, you can stay in the
Just
land."
live in the Statue of Liberty.
yeah, she did. Which is the coolest, because I mean, it's got some really neat architecture on the inside.
It doesn't look like it has windows though, so it seems like it'd be really cold.
I will say
The crown
this:
does.
Yeah.
Marvel Comics, let's just say since Fantastic Four #1 in the early '60s, they've all been in New York. There's been hundreds of superheroes. It's about time someone lives in the head of the Statue
There
of
is a
Liberty.
weird thing in there that I'm also like, I don't remember that happening, but okay.
Yeah, I got a little bit of that, but even better is the direction I think this volume is going to go.
Yeah, I mean, if you've seen the cover for Free Comic Book Day, you know where Carol's going.
Yeah, and it's
Oh yeah,
it's out of this world.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty sweet.
That starts in that issue. So
Yeah, so
if you happen to read Guardians of the Galaxy, you might want to start picking up Captain Marvel.
yeah, that and this is probably the coolest Marvel comic to come out.
I will also say this.
I really like it.
I don't know about that.
I think it's kind of sweet that Venom's going to be with him as well.
It's weird. We'll have to see how that works.
Well, you know, the symbiote. I think that
Yeah,
they could
I
have
mean,
a
I
lot
know
of
he's
fun
from
with that.
space, but
I
he's still Flash Thompson. It's weird.
I'm just saying, it's so random that,
Sure.
once again, it's something that I just see Marvel being able to do and do it seamlessly.
No, I mean,
I
Angela
can't
fits
see.
in perfectly. So
I can't see DC doing it and doing something like that and being successful. My pick of the week is Fantastic Four #2. Yes, I know it's not a written rule and we never have discussed this, but I try not to have the repeat comic. I mean, if I go one issue, one pick of the week, the second issue that comes out, the next issue that comes out, I try not to make that my pick of the week again, but I don't care. I really enjoyed issue 1. I can't wait to see what happens in issue 2. I am digging James Robinson's Fantastic Four approach. You're right, he has some characters that he hasn't quite gotten down, at least with the voice,
yeah.
but I think he's going to get there. The Fantastic Car is in this issue. That's all you need. All you need. And they're still in modern day normal New York. So nice. It's so nice.
I think we talked about it last time. That's one of the cool things is they're all like, we're home, or
It's such a nice change for them to actually be where they're supposed to be. Because it's been forever. It's been since, I don't even know who was writing it before, Miller or whatever.
Yeah, they were mostly in New York on that stuff.
Yeah, but
They
yeah.
were mostly in New York during Hickman's too, but it was weird.
yeah, it was, Hickman stuff though is, like I said, it's, yeah, if you've read it, you know what we're talking about. Alright, let's get into your pick of the week.
Alright, my pick of the week is a comic book that ended 8 years ago without really ending. And so, part 1 is Stray Bullets number 41, which is the last issue of the original run that never was published.
That's
So,
crazy.
It's finally coming out from Image, and that leads, more importantly probably, into Stray Bullets Killers number 1, which is the new series of Stray Bullets. Stray Bullets is this awesome crime story. The first issue kind of started with a girl getting wrapped up into this weird crime stuff, and that's kind of how this issue works with a boy this time. And it's this big, epic crime madness story that is awesome. And like I said, 41 came out today, number 1 came out today, and they also did a trade paperback of the whole, all 1 through 41 of the original series.
One big trade paperback? I mean,
Yeah.
how big is that?
I don't know, Diamond didn't send me mine.
I was going to say, how mad would you be if Diamond didn't send you issue 41? Like, you waited 8 years, and Diamond's like, hey, one more. One more.
Right,
Will you
more.
just buy it in comicsology?
No, I would wait. I made them, they're sending me the trade paperback tomorrow. It's an emergency reship.
Nice.
But, so if you're looking for sort of a crime, it's not as dark as Sin City kind of thing, but it's in that kind of vein. This is an awesome place to start, and then if you get into it, that trade paperback, I think it's $30 for 42 issues or something.
That's not
Wow.
bad.
So-
didn't Comicsology offer the first 5 for free or something
Yeah, I
like
think the
that?
first 4 are on Comixology for free. That's another great place to start. But
They want people to get
excellent
into it.
comic books. Check them out if you're into that kind of thing.
Which people should be.
Sure.
People are. I think people... because it's one of the things I kind of noticed last week where I was just looking at comics, and this kind of goes without saying, but like here's the thing with Image. It's not a superhero, but it's almost all science fiction. And Like, Image is all about being indie, so on and so forth. But if you look at almost every comic they have, it's all sci-fi. Which I'm not complaining, but I do like to see not science fiction comics, like crime and other genres kind of cropping up. And so I think that's cool.
I'd like to see romance comics come back in a big way.
And done well.
And done well. Make
cool.
it so.
Do it, internet.
No. Because here's the thing. I mean, just a few decades ago, it was romance, horror.
Western.
More than a few decades.
Yeah. Western crime. I mean, like, it was all over the place, though. I would say, like, in the 60s, and even there was still some diversity in the 70s, but now it's also very...
I'm probably talking more like the 50s, or the 60s.
Yeah, maybe I'm romanticizing
Superheroes
it,
started
but...
coming back and taking over.
Yeah.
You can blame the
Still.
comics code.
Comics code was,
That was a big factor in shutting down
Crime
other
comics and
genres.
horror comics. They killed horror comics.
Murdered
But-
them.
Let's end on the death of horror comics.
Okay.
Because I gotta go to class and be miserable. My professor doesn't watch this. So, good week for comics. Brian, where can people buy comics?
We're Conway Comics in Conway, Arkansas, 255 Ferris Road, right behind good old UCA.
That's right, the good old UCA. And guys, we're sorry about last week. We weren't here. The snow killed UPS for a couple of days. And we who usually get to read our comics and look at our comics and record this on Tuesday, we had to wait till Thursday last week.
We didn't get 'em till
Maybe
Thursday.
it was Wednesday. But like I said, plenty of good stuff to buy tomorrow. People that watch this, put them in the comments. Let us know what you're buying. We would love to talk about it. And from nerdspan.com, I'm Matt Wood.
I'm Mara Wood.
And I'm Brian Keown.
And we will see you next week.